Okay, welcome to this video. David here. So we're talking about how to create the perfect sales funnel for high tickets. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you into Funnelytics in a second and show you the actual structure of the sales funnel. But there's actually a couple of things you need to know first, which is that you can have a really great sales funnel with all the webinars and everything else going on and the emails. But fundamentally, if you're not reaching out to the right person, it won't help you. And so I'm going to do a video exactly on how to find the avatar, how to find the pain points, and I'm going to give you a sheet on how to do that. So do check around the description for that. I want to make sure that you've got everything that you need in order to create the business that you want. So the front end's all about the avatar, finding out the pain points. The middle bit is the structure, and it's all about the opt-in pages, and it's all about the landing pages and webinar pages. And I'm going to take you through a sales funnel that I use for my own high ticket business, one that I use for every high ticket business. It will involve a webinar page, it will involve the structure of a sales page. And if you have a look around the description here, because this is such a huge subject and it gets very complicated, and like I say, I want you to have all the relevant information, check the description and check in the video. I'll keep adding any new videos that I make that look at the structure of how you create that really high ticket, well-performing sales page. And even as I'm creating this video, I'm realizing there's other videos that I need to create for you in order to kind of fill in the gaps. So enjoy the video. This is going to be an introduction into Funnelytics. It's nothing to do with me at all. It's a free program you can go and create an account in, plan out your sales funnel, and please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, hit the bell, all that kind of stuff. And I'll be delivering really great videos for you to make sure you know exactly what you need to do to create that freedom lifestyle, to create the income that you want that's available to all of us. So enjoy the video. Please comment below with any questions, and I'll see you in the next part. Take care. Okay, so let's get into the actual structure of the sales funnel itself. And the biggest sales funnel that you can use for high ticket, the best one, the most effective, are really getting people on a call at the end of the sales funnel. So the key is, what can you do to get people to build rapport, to get people into the funnel, and also really to make sure that you're not wasting your time with tire kickers at the end. So let's create the funnel here. We're in Funnelytics. It's nothing to do with me. It's just how we plan the funnel. So we're going to add a page. So this is free, actually. You can just create your own free account. So what we're going to do is we're going to obviously have some kind of opt-in page. Now, what I will do, as I said, around this, there will be videos on actually how to create an opt-in page. In fact, I know there is one already. So we'll put a link in just about here on how to build a really good opt-in page that's really high converting. So you've got your opt-in page. What you're going to have to do then is create some kind of sales page, some kind of webinar. So from here, we're going to do a sales page. And again, around the video somewhere in the description as I build these, there will be trainings on exactly how to do that and how to structure that as well. Now, the key here is that what you're going to be doing is also building rapport with people via email. So we need to make sure that the opt-in page really is something, it helps the prospect think that you can solve their biggest problem. Okay, so when you are going to think about your avatar, think about who your client is, make sure you make a really big list of all the problems you could solve, and then maybe try and find the one biggest problem that you can solve for them, and then that becomes your opt-in. It can be a book, it can be a download, it can be an audio, it can be anything. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. The key with an opt-in is that it just helps the person right away. So if your opt-in says, hey, download this free manual, you've got to read 7 chapters in order to make any changes, that's not a good opt-in. A good opt-in is where you say, download this, and today you'll be able to make one change, one improvement in your life. And it's super, super simple, but it creates an improvement. Now, I use MailerLite as my email campaign, marketing campaign. So let's get into here. We're going to explore email. And what I would suggest is you're going to have 5 onboarding emails. And there will be a video on the channel. If I have that already, I will put it in the description. So what you're going to do, you're going to duplicate that, and you're going to send 5 onboarding emails. Now, these emails introduce you, introduce a ton of testimonials about your business, about what you're doing, and essentially they're going to go out on automation. Now, what will happen is each email will then link back to the sales page or a webinar, and it'll keep inviting them again and again and again. And people do worry about a sales funnel in terms of how many emails should I send. You should be sending 1, maybe 2 a day in this initial period, because people are interested. They've signed up, they're ready to kind of take action. They'll be exploring other kind of businesses as well. So you've got to make sure that you keep in front of them, and you do that by either using Messenger or text, or email is obviously the most obvious one as well. So from here, we'll create a webinar. Let's have a look. There we go. There's a webinar page. Now, some people like to read, so you'll have a sales page. Some people like a video. And what I do have is a copy of a really great webinar. So stick around to the end. I'll tell you how you can get that. I will link that up somewhere so you can download the webinar template. From here, then all what you're really doing is you're not actually trying to get leads in a way, strangely enough. You're actually trying to put people off. Every single thing that you do is trying to pre-qualify people, because after they go through the opt-in and they say, yep, that's me, I'm interested, they look at the sales page. They may or may not take that forward. They go to the webinar, they go and watch the webinar. What you're going to then do is offer them some kind of, let's have a look, some kind of content. Is there one here? Some kind of opt-in. Let's have opt-in. Okay, so what they're going to do, it's not actually an opt-in page, it's going to be a call page. So from here, what you're going to be doing is saying, hey, if you like what we've done, then fill out this form. Now, the reason that you, on the call page, the contact us page, you have a form is you're going to pre-qualify them. You're going to say, do you have funds? What's your biggest challenge? How can we help you? How did you find out about us? If you don't do that, then what will happen is you'll get a whole bunch of people on the call, and you're just wasting your time. You must make sure that you recognize that all these different steps, step by step, is actually designed to put people off. Much more than to gather them in. There may be 100 people, say 100 or 1,000 people in the opt-in page. Now, the actual number of people you want filling out this form that are pre-qualified will not be 100, obviously. So they're going to bounce off this. They're going to go, no, that's not for me. They'll watch the webinar and say, no, I don't like their face. I don't like this. I don't like that. Whatever it is, not everything's for everybody, and that's absolutely cool. So they're going to bounce off, which is fine. You still have their email to follow up on something else, but this call page, you use a form. Now, what I would suggest you do, I use MailerLite from all my email optimization, is create a form within your email company. I use MailerLite and build a form, put it in there, and that pre-qualifies them. You've got to make people work hard in high ticket. Now, if you're going to sell something for £20, $20, you don't need to make them work hard. In fact, quite the opposite. But if you're going to get them to spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, totally possible for anyone to do that, then you need to make sure that they're willing to fill out a form. They need to work at it a little bit. From there, they will go through from there and have a call. Now, normally that's a Zoom call. So let's have a look in here. I know there is a Zoom. And the reason that I plan this out is because it makes it completely clear for me exactly what I'm doing. So they're going to have a Zoom call, and this first Zoom call is the one where you are going to pre-qualify. Now, they've already pre-qualified themselves by, I think that's how you spell it, pre-qualified themselves by filling out the form. They've gone through the whole sales process, and they've gone, yeah, this is still for me. I'm still interested. I'm ready to commit something. I've got some money in the bank. They're telling you all that on this form. Then you pre-qualify. And what you're really doing in the pre-qualification, the first one, it might be 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes where they have questions, obviously, but it's where you try and work out if you're a good fit, because you want them to spend $5,000. You want them to spend $10,000, and you want to work with people who are ready to work with you. High ticket is collaboration and communication. It's working together. It's not about you being as a servant to that other person. Okay, it's about you being equal to them, and you need to make sure that you're working with people that you really, really like, and that you're a good fit. If you are, then we'll duplicate this. Then you go into the next one is the sales call. We're going to actually talk about signing up. Now, it might be in the pre-qualification one, happened to me many times, where people say, look, okay, yeah, it all sounds good, great. I think they're a good fit. You know, they think I'm a good fit. And then they ask you what it is, you know, what are your prices? What is it exactly can you offer me? Now, in that case, that pre-qualification call comes into a sales call, which is fine. But I wouldn't jump in and tell them everything about the program unless they ask. Okay, that's the kind of golden rule. And one thing I would say is you've got these various aspects. You've got the opt-in page here, which is kind of the front end of the funnel, top of funnel. You're then feeding them through. And as you're feeding them through, you've got people dropping out saying, no, it's not for me. It's not for me. The final one will be, you're going to ask them, look, do you have some money to invest here? That'll drop a whole bunch of other people out. But what you must make sure is that in between them kind of signing up with the form and saying, yeah, I'm still interested, that you communicate with them. So get their phone number at this point, and when they actually make a booking, either in Calendly or whatever it is, make sure that you get their number and that you text them. That's key. You must stay in touch with them, because what can happen is they can still drop off here, even though they're pre-qualified, even though they filled out the form, that they can still fall out. So what I would say is that you make sure that you email them. Make sure you email and stay in contact as much as you possibly can. So we've got a couple of areas here of the sales funnel in terms of structure. The front end, the top of funnel, is about the opt-in. The middle bit is about the kind of telling people what it's all about, pre-qualifying them in text and also in a webinar. The final one is about, at the end, is the sign up. And that's where a lot of people fall down. So break your sales funnel down to those three areas. How many people are my opt-in? Then how many people watch the webinar? How many people sign up actually and fill out the form at the end to get the phone call or the Zoom call? And then of those that actually go through to pre-qualify or the sales call, how many of those turn into customers? And that is how you create the high ticket sales funnel. So I hope you enjoyed that video. So if you have a look around the channel, have a look around the description, there's lots of other videos and training around sales funnels and online marketing and building your business. We have a platform called myeasyfunnels.com. You can create a brand new free account for there. Choose your funnel, choose everything. It's a brilliant, brilliant platform, even though I'm biased because I made it, but it's a great platform and it really does get you started with marketing. It's got everything that you need built into one place and a ton of training from me at the same time. So do check the link around that in this description somewhere. Look out for the next video. Take care. Have a great day. Stay safe and be ambitious. Take care.